All right, let's talk about something that's probably driving you a little crazy. Screens. We are absolutely glued to them. But what if the next big thing in AI wasn't another screen at all? Today, we're diving deep into Gumdrop, this wild, rumored AI pen from the folks at OpenAI, and get this, the legendary designer of the iPhone. Is this the device that finally gets AI out of our phones and into the real world? Let's find out.
I mean, seriously, just think about it for a second. Your laptop, your phone, your tablet, it's a never-ending cycle of glowing rectangles. And now, to get to the smartest AI on the planet, what do you have to do? Yep, stare at another screen. It's not just tiring, it's clunky. You know the drill. Find your phone, unlock it, hunt for the app, open it up, and type out your thought. That whole process is friction, and it's a real barrier.
So, what's the alternative? What if the next huge leap for AI isn't a screen at all? What if it's a tool you already know how to use? Something you've been using since you were a kid? Something that feels totally natural, almost like an extension of your own hand? That's the massive, kind of crazy bet that OpenAI is laying down here. Okay, let's get into it. The screenless future sounds pretty ambitious. Let's talk about what this gumdrop thing actually is. Because, it's way more than just another gadget. It seems to be a fundamental rethinking of how we should be interacting with artificial intelligence. Now, the first thing you really need to get is what this isn't. OpenAI is being super clear here. This is not a phone killer. It is not meant to replace your laptop. They're calling it a third core device. So think of it like this. You've got your phone for apps and calls, your laptop for the heavy work, and this is your specialized, dedicated AI companion. It sits alongside them, and that idea is absolutely crucial to understanding the whole project.
So what does it look like? Well, think super sleek, super minimalist. It's a pen. And no, I'm not talking about one of those styluses you need an iPad for. This thing works on good old-fashioned paper. The reports say it's about the size of an old iPod Shuffle. Remember those? So small you just clip it on your shirt or in your pocket and completely forget it even exists until that moment you need it.
All right, so it's a pen. Big deal, right? But how does a pen think? Well, this is where it gets really, really cool, where our old school analog habits get fused with some seriously powerful digital intelligence.
The whole workflow is actually pretty genius in its simplicity. So first, you just write or draw on any piece of paper. As you're doing that, the pen is capturing everything, every line, every dot, and zapping it over to your phone with Bluetooth. Then your phone acts as the brain, sending that information up to ChatGPT for all the heavy-duty AI processing. And finally, the answer, the summary, whatever you asked for, comes right back to you through the pen's own speaker.
So you've basically got two main ways to interact with this thing. The first is, of course, handwriting. You can scribble your absolute messiest notes, and it'll transcribe them, summarize them, maybe even turn them into a neat to-do list. The second mode, voice. It's got a microphone and a speaker built right in, so you can literally just talk to it. Have a full-on conversation with ChatGPT, no hands, no screen, just you and your pen. Okay, and all of this gets us to the really big idea behind Gumdrop. It's not just about the tech itself, it's about the philosophy. It's a concept they're calling Calm AI, and it really explains why a pen might actually be better than a phone for this kind of thing. Sam Altman himself put it this way, and I just love this quote. He said the device should feel like a cabin by a lake, calm, simple, serene. I mean, think about that. When was the last time you described a piece of your tech that way? The whole idea is to create something that doesn't scream and fight for your attention. And that's really the core of it, isn't it? Your phone is designed from the ground up to grab your focus with notifications, pings, and pop-ups. This is designed to do the exact opposite. It's meant to disappear into the background, to just be a tool that's there when you reach for it and completely out of your mind when you don't. It's technology that's trying to reduce our digital fatigue, not pile more on top. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Calm AI sounds fantastic, but we've seen this movie before, right? All these hyped up AI gadgets that come out and then totally flop. So why would this pen be any different? Well, it seems they've been paying close attention and learning from some very public, very recent disasters. Let's be blunt about it. The Humane AI pen, the Rabbit R1, they failed because they tried to be smartphones, but worse. They had these tiny, clunky screens and weird projectors. They were trying to replace a device that already works incredibly well. Gumdrop's biggest advantage is what it doesn't have, a screen. It's not trying to be a bad phone. It's leaning into the oldest, most intuitive interface in the world, pen on paper.
to make a habit we already have even smarter. And if you're still not convinced, just look at the team they've put together. You've got Sam Altman, the AI visionary behind ChatGPT. You've got Jony Ive, the literal design legend from Apple, who gave us the iconic look of the iPhone. And for manufacturing, they're working with Foxconn, the same company that builds iPhones. This isn't some little Kickstarter project. This is an all-star team playing for keeps.
And you know they're serious because they are putting their money where their mouth is. Big time. OpenAI apparently shelled out a whopping $6.5 billion to buy Jony Ive's new hardware company. You just don't spend that kind of money unless you are absolutely convinced you're building the next big thing. Okay, so let's get down to the final verdict here. With all this amazing tech, all this talent, and all this money, do we actually need an AI pen? Is this a solution that's just looking for a problem, or does it solve a real-world need? Well, check this out. This number says a lot. It turns out 85% of workers still prefer to take notes by hand. That is a huge, huge number. It tells you that even with all of our amazing tech, there's just something about writing that works for our brains. Gumdrop isn't trying to change that. It's leaning right into it. It's meeting us exactly where we already are. So here's why this could actually matter. It connects our messy analog thoughts to our neat, organized digital world. It offers instant, frictionless access to AI without the whole phone unlocking routine. It could make this advanced tech way less intimidating for a lot of people. And maybe, just maybe, it could help us reduce all those digital distractions and get some real deep thinking done.
Now, before you get too excited and start looking for the pre-order button, let's pump the brakes just a little bit. This is all still very much in the works. Looking at the timeline, we probably won't see this thing hit the shelves until 2026 or 2027, at the absolute earliest. It really seems like they're taking their time to get this experience perfect.
You know, when you boil it all down, Gumdrop is so much more than a pen. It's a statement. It's a massive bet on a different kind of future with technology. A future where it serves us quietly in the background, making us smarter without stealing our attention. It's a vision for technology that enhances our thinking instead of hijacking our focus.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. In a world where every single company is fighting for more and more of your screen time, what if the biggest innovation is no screen at all? What if it's just a pen? The question for you is, would you make that trade? Let us know what you think.